Hey everybody, welcome back to the couch. My name is Melissa and this is Couch Mom Club. Today I'm going to be telling you about a checklist. I'm not talking about a baby checklist, not the checklist for the hospital bag, not the checklist for preparing the nursery. I'm talking about a checklist for moms. So in motherhood and preparing for a new baby and all of that stuff, we always have checklists. We have to-do lists. We have lists coming out of places that lists should not be coming out of. We're always making lists, always writing things down. And something that I found even in my own journey in motherhood is that I made a lot of checklists for things that I had to do to prepare for my babies. So as soon as I found out that I was pregnant, I was already in planning mode. A lot of my planning, however, was geared towards the baby. Everything was focused on the baby, the nursery, the hospital bag, the outfits, everything that I would need to take care of the child. But something that I did not really take note of were things that I would need to take care of myself because you need to take care of yourself. I mean, the baby needs love, the baby needs attention, the baby needs all of that stuff, but so does mom. So this is a checklist for the things that you will need, mom, for after you give birth. So I did an Instagram post a couple of days ago just outlining some of the things that a new mom or a second-time mom or a third-time mom, but anybody who's just having a baby, this is a checklist that you are going to need because there are a few things that you need to really be mindful of, things that you are going to need to get into place before you have your baby so that when you have the baby and you're home recovering, you'll have all your needs met and you'll be happy and healthy and thriving. A lot of the times we plan and over plan for babies, sometimes even buying things that we either never use or the baby just hates and we don't end up using it. Some things that I've purchased for my kids or that I've received as gifts are still in their original packages, still with tags on them, things that I just did not use, but that's just who we are as moms. We prepare and we over prepare. But let us continue to do that, but also include ourselves in the preparation because we are going to need some things to be happy once we've had the baby. Because if you've had a baby and if you've done that whole 4th trimester thing, then you know that there are going to be some things that you're going to need. The first thing on the list, absolute number one thing, is to make sure that you have your self-care items in check. Bring all of those things into consideration and make sure that you have them on hand. Now, self-care might look different for each of us, but we want to make sure that whatever it is, however self-care looks, that you have those items prepared so that when you get into the swing of things after you've gotten over the just had a baby fog and you want to spruce up, take care of yourself, have those things those things that make you feel good, make sure that they are on hand, ready for you when you are ready. And I'm not saying like the day after you give birth you're gonna need these things, or even a week, sometimes not even a month, but the day that you feel like, hey, I want to get these things in order, you should have those things on hand. Make sure that you have your favorite makeups, your favorite body washes, your sprays, your perfumes, have all of that stuff ready for you when you are ready. The second thing on the list is to make sure that you have your entertainment sorted out. Now listen, maternity leave can be very daunting and can be very boring depending on the type of baby you have. If you have a baby that sleeps well, there are going to be some days where you're just going to be bored out of your mind. But if you have your entertainment kind of sorted out before you have the baby, before you're at home in the 4th trimester, then you're going to be a little bit more prepared and you'll be better off because you won't have to be bugging your friends to ask them, what are you watching? What is a good show that I can binge on? You won't have to be scrambling to read the backs of books that you might not even read through. Just get all of that stuff prepared ahead of time. Now, you want to do this ahead of time because sometimes in the fog of early motherhood, you just don't know. You just don't know what you want. You can't make up your mind and you're just completely tired. So you want to do that in advance so that when you are sitting on the couch with your new baby, you have your entertainment ready to go. Okay, so the next thing on the list is to plan for your food. Now, we always put ourselves last, especially when it comes to food. Some of us are breastfeeding, so the baby is naturally fed. And when your breasts fill up, you already just know, click automatic, the baby needs to be fed. And you are doing everything in your power to ensure that your baby's eating. But moms, do we eat? I don't even know when we eat. We try, we take a bite here and there. I mean, if you talk about morning routines and breakfast, listen. I have a hard time eating breakfast as it is, but if I don't grab a bite in a specific time, then I can go like the whole morning running into the afternoon without even having something to eat. But if you make a plan for your food, make a plan for what you want to eat, then you will be well fed. You'll be well taken care of and you'll eat well, which is something that you definitely want to be doing, especially if you're breastfeeding. So when I say plan for your food, I mean, you know, you're going to have those family members and those friends that are going to bring over food for you. Don't just settle for dinner. Have somebody bring over breakfast on their way to work or bring over lunch. You know, get all of those meals kind of prepared and just thought of ahead of time. People want to cook for you. They want to bring you food. So scatter it. Like, have somebody bring lunch, have somebody bring breakfast. You know what? If you do it right and if you plan it well, you'll have meals for like a month. And I mean breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Aside from planning just drop off meals, plan for somebody to also do your grocery shopping, or have a grocery shopping service where they drop the food off, or you can order it online and send somebody to pick it up. Those things are really, really helpful, and they will be even that much more helpful once you're at home with a new baby. In addition to having people drop off meals and planning your grocery services, you also want to consider either a budget for Skip the Dishes or Uber Eats or DoorDash, whatever it is that you're using, or you want to have someone come in and cater. Like, I mean, if it's in your budget, have somebody prepare your food for you. I mean, sounds pretty luxurious, and I promise you, if I had the money for that, that would be the option that I would opt for. But because that is not in my budget, there are times when we just order in, we do Skip the Dishes, and that saves, trust me, it saves us a lot of time and a lot of trouble. When you're doing Skip the Dishes, you're probably only gonna have an issue with deciding what to eat, because I mean, the possibilities are endless. And by the way, this is not sponsored by Skip the Dishes, but we just happen to be Skip the Dishes users in this house. So those are some ideas of how you can plan for your food. All right, guys, so here is a really good opportunity for you to hit that subscribe button. I know I've been talking a lot, but I think that these are good tips, aren't they? Comment down below and let me know what you think. I think the list is good so far. Give me a thumbs up if you're liking it so far, and let's continue this list. This item I think that you should have regardless of what stage you are in motherhood. If you're not even a mom, like, I just think that a journal is something that everyone should have on hand. But when you become a new mom, I don't know what it is, but you're just gonna wanna write. You're just gonna wanna write. You're just gonna wanna write. So you want to have a journal handy. And what makes the journaling more fun is to have a pretty one. You gotta have one that just looks good, that every time you see it, you're just ready to crack it open and you're excited to write. Now, some of the things that I've been writing are the things that my kids say. Like, you know when they say funny things and then later on you're trying to recall it to a friend or a family member and you're just, how did it go? If you write those things down, I promise you, and work on the delivery, it's gonna be funny every single time. So I always write down some of the things that my kids say. I write down some of the ideas that I've had throughout the day. I write down my feelings on how I felt, some things that I want to remember. I just write. And I would just encourage anybody that you should get a journal. The times that you're spending nursing your baby, nurturing them in the very early stages, you will have a lot of downtime. So you might as well write. Another must-have item on your checklist is a calendar. Now, every mom knows that she is planning appointments, play dates, she's scheduling visits, she's doing all kinds of things that have to do with dates and times, and a calendar is going to be your lifesaver. Now, you can get a journal and planner all in one, or you can have your journal separate and put a calendar on the fridge or whatever it is. Whatever you're gonna feel more comfortable with, do that. But you will need a calendar. Sometimes it's just your phone. You just plug things in your phone and you're good to go. But a calendar is something that you need to have. For us, we have several calendars around the house and we find them to be lifesavers. We are always planning something. There's always a doctor's appointment. There's always something that needs to be written down on the calendar. So we have several of them. So the next one is a plan for your naps. Now, I don't mean to use your calendar to schedule out times and dates for when you're gonna take a nap. Although it is gonna feel like you haven't taken a nap in forever, because sleep deprivation is real. But if you can plan for your naps, then that will be amazing. And what I mean by this is that during the times when you just had a baby, you will likely have several visitors. Now, in the time of pandemic, your list of visitors might be really, really small and really, really tight, but that's okay. You can still plan for naps with that small list of visitors. For example, if you know that your mom is planning to come over Tuesday at 10 o'clock, make sure that you allow her that time to spend with the baby while you go and take a half an hour, at least a half an hour nap, okay guys? Now trust me, in that 30 minutes, you are going to be okay. Your baby is going to be okay. I mean, if you trust the person to come over to visit in the first place, you should be able to trust them to spend 30 minutes with your baby so that you can close your eyes and regain some of your strength, regain some of your sanity, and just feel a little bit more rested so that you can go on and do what you have to do for the rest of the day. The next thing is to make sure that you're planning for your smile. So that sounds a little cheesy, but motherhood can be really lonely sometimes, and you just need a pick-me-up. When you are at home with a baby, especially if you are by yourself, you're going to need ways and reasons to smile. I mean, of course your baby's gonna bring a smile to your face, but you need something a little extra just to keep you going, to keep you happy, and to just get you a little bit excited. Now, what I mean by this is you have to find out what makes you smile, what makes you happy, and make sure that you have those things kind of planned and scheduled so that every now and then you can get that smile and you can get that happy feeling. One of the really, really cool ways that you can do this is by getting a subscription of some sort. If you have a subscription to, BoxyCharm or one of those other little things that, come to your house on a scheduled program, then you can just expect that a certain time in the month, someone's gonna drop off a package and it is going to put a smile on your face. Now, of course, if you have loved ones, if you have a spouse, whoever that is going to be around you and in your circle, bring them in on it. Let them know that, hey, it would be really nice to receive. Just be direct. This is a time where you can be direct. Tell them what you want. They are willing to do it. I promise you. Sometimes your spouse is not going to just have a light bulb go off and just know what to do. So you might want to just help them out and say, hey, I would really like to sign up for the fruit of the month. I don't know. Is that a thing? I've heard about that on TV, but personally, if I'm going to get a subscription to something, it's not going to be the fruit of the month. But you know what I mean. So I think this is 8 on my list. Number 8, you want to round up your friends and your posse. Now, this can mean other mom friends, or it can mean, just getting your friends, your regular friends who are not yet moms, just on board with your schedule, on board with what you're doing, and just have them close by. So whenever you need to reach out, whenever you need someone to lean on, they are there and they are ready. Now, a mom tribe I have really benefited from having a mom tribe. It has been the difference sometimes between a good day and a bad day, the difference between feeling lonely and just having support. I mean, a mom tribe is everything. So get yourself some people, get yourself a village. You're going to need people. These people are going to keep you afloat, keep you alive, keep you thriving, and keep you happy. And you need to be happy. And the best way to be happy, I promise you, is to be in close relationship with other people. So round up your troops, round up your tribe, and make sure that you know who they are and that they know that you're going to be calling them whenever you need. Here's the fun one. Plan your getaway. Let me break that down a little bit. I do not mean to have a getaway plan so that you can escape your family, run away to Mexico. None of that. What I mean is to have a plan for a vacation or a mini vacation, a small getaway, a staycation, whatever it is, but have a plan to go away and relax a little bit. If you want to do this solo, I recommend that you do, because I promise you, you're going to need the time to just regain your strength, get back to who you are, and just reconnect with yourself. But you can also plan a family vacation. But there is a warning. If you do plan a family vacation for after baby is born, you might wind up pregnant again. Depending on where you're going and what you're doing, it just might be a little bit too relaxing. You might come home with more than you bargained for, but it will all work out, I promise you. I'm not saying that happened to me or anything. I'm just letting you know that if you do plan a family vacation, husband's with you, it's somewhere nice in Jamaica, there's lots of free alcohol, might end up.
Wait, didn't that happen to us?
Yeah. This is item number 10 and the final item on the list. It is to have a list of affirmations. Now you want to make sure that you have this stuff just on the go because you are going to need reminders that you are an amazing, amazing mom, that you are doing an amazing job, and that you were made for this, okay? There are going to be times when you're going to feel like, boy, what have I gotten myself into? And it's going to feel like the world is just coming down on you. But if you have a list of affirmations that you can just read and remind yourself daily that you are doing an amazing job, that you are an amazing mom, and there's nobody else like you, and you just should go on with your bad self. Like, you need a list, okay, guys? And you need those on the ready because trust me, there are going to be days when you will easily forget, and then the lies will come in, the doubt will come in, all that bad stuff will start to taunt you. Listen, let me be the first to remind you that you are a good mom, that you are doing the best you can, and that is enough, that you are enough. Listen, those are some, go ahead and get a pen and paper and write those things down. Even now, write them down. Whether you're a new mom or you're not a new mom, wherever you are, write some affirmations down. You're gonna need them because this journey called life, sometimes it could be really tough, and we need to remind ourselves that we are made for this. Okay, guys? So that is your list of 10 things that every single new mom needs for after the baby is born. These are things that are going to keep you happy, keep you healthy, keep you alive, keep you well and thriving. All of that sounds like me. But I promise you, mom, if you are taking care of you, you will be better equipped to take care of your baby, which will mean a happier baby and a happier life for both of you. So get that list together, guys, especially if you're pregnant now. You want to make sure that you go into your 4th trimester just ready to kill it, ready to rock it, okay? And of course, on that entertainment list, add Couch Mom Club to list of things that you need to watch on YouTube, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And this is the perfect time that if you are not, join the club. Hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you know when I post new videos. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video.